Okay. Alright, I got that over there. Oh, it looks like the Discord is up on here. Well, I guess this is a little look at the latest stuff that's been posted there. If anyone would like to join the Discord, it is in the description. Now let's see here. Where... There we go. Okay, let's shrink this. Shrink it. Okay. Okay. There. Go here, change the paintbrushes. Okay. Let's shrink this a bit. Or wait, no. Let's pull this out a bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I still have things left over from how they were sized at the Let's Play of Mystical Ninja the other day. Hello, G-Star, how are you doing? Happy weekend. We're just getting things set up here for me to start working. Okay, I think that's... let's... can't really... There we go, that should do. Alright, let's see here. Go over here. Grab this link here. Copy this. Copy. And go here. Are you doing anything this weekend, G-Star? Oh, hello, Wiggle Boy. Happy weekend to you, too. Let's see here. I'm just putting up the link in the Discord for the stream. And now we go over here. Alright. Go here. Grab this. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Da-da-da-da-dum. Okay, that's not what I want. Get this and go here. That did not do anything. Why didn't that do anything? There. Oh, there's a Tom and Jerry thing there. Copy. And paste. There we go. That looks like that's all set up. And we should be good to get started here. So, how has everyone's week been? Have you enjoyed school? Are you happy to be off? I'm happy to be working here. I do need to get this next comic page up, because it's been probably a bit too long since I put the previous one up. I just got too distracted with the Let's Play of Mystical Ninja in the middle of the week. So let's lower the opacity. And lower it a bit more and bring in the white background. I've heard of the We Shop Wednesday song, G-Star, but I didn't know there was a difference. I've heard of its existence, but I just always assumed it was just the normal We Shop tune. Why am I coloring in the audience? I don't do that on stream. Let's just skip on down to the announcer here. Alright, so, I guess to start things off here, the, most of what this page is Doko has launched all these energy blasts at the arena in the previous page, and now he is dropping down into the smoke that is left afterwards. And he thinks he sees the claw there, but as he's attacking, the claw just leans back and starts beating him up instead. And that's pretty much what the page is gonna be, just a whole page of action. Oh, is the Wednesday variant of the Wii Shop a fan thing, G-Star, or is it an official thing? I'm not used to Nintendo putting lyrics into their, like, shopping songs. Alright, let's lower the opacity again. Alright. And let's get to work here. It is always a pretty nice tune to have on in the background, just a thing to fill in the atmosphere for whatever you're doing, pretty much. Very calm, very just everyday life kind of feel. I was thinking it was probably a fan-made thing with the description there. Well, I do not know of the Wii Shop Bling, but that definitely sounds like it'd be a fan thing. What is it? The songs of Nintendo music that I like the most are usually from internet, man on the internet. He's done things like give lyrics to the final battles of certain video games, like, it's, 02 or 0 Squared from Kirby 64. And, what's the other one? There's Omega from, Mega Man 03. And I think it's the Dark Star from Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. And it always has, like, the final bosses and characters relating to the fights singing the songs, like, putting lyrics over the tunes of their battle themes. It's very obviously intended to be, like, the villains singing the songs in those. It's always it always feels a bit cringeworthy in concept to me to have the bad guys singing to their theme music, but the way they do it, like Man on the Internet does it, is just makes it really epic, usually. Oh yeah, the Dark Star one is very phenomenal. I've been wanting to do, like, an animation of that using that song, G-Star, but there is no way I would have time to make an animation that complex to go along with that. Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for a good new Man on the Internet one. The whole premise of the whole lyrics to the theme songs usually puts me off from looking those things up, but there's some pretty awesome ones out there. Oh, well, we may have to listen to that then in a sec. Yeah, with these streams, I do sometimes look at other things. It's just they are for, like, making the comics here. We sometimes do trail off. I have been prone to show other things from time to time. Well, I guess speaking of that, let's see. Yeah, here's something I was working on. This is the Party Crashers animation I've been trying to make. You guys that do those Mario Party videos. Some of this was shown in a previous stream, but I've worked on it more since then. Let's get rid of Nick and Evie's outlines here. So, get rid of this. And get rid of this. There we go. Then we can just play this. Just a sec. Let's see, where's the music? Get that down. And, alright, let's see here. Yeah, I always write in the words that are being spoken in the animations beneath the animation frames. Obviously, you don't see that in the animation, because all that the video file shows is this white square here.
I'm listening, bro.
Wait,
I'm listening.
you're not debating with me, are you?
Vernius,
look. If you take it from Evie, he'll have 0 coins. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be very funny. However, I think he wants more than 3 coins.
Alright, just take it, Vernius. I'm not even gonna beg.
Bro,
Just do it.
if he took from Evie, he'd lose money.
And that's about all I have made for that segment of the animation. It is a lot of work getting these characters to move with all these different drawings you have to do every millisecond, but it always makes it look better to have more work put into the animation, rather than having just, like, animatics and stuff that are still images sliding across the frame and all that. Oh yeah, there's TC Nick as the pip-plup everyone draws him as. Just getting angry and being his usual toxic self. Yeah. I haven't... Any of the sound effects on this G-Star are already in the video that the Party Crashers did. I have, let me listen if I can hear what sound effects there are in it.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be very funny. However, I think he wants more than 3 coins.
Alright, just take it, Vernius. I'm not even gonna beg.
Bro,
Just do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think that is probably, yeah. No, that's probably from that, then. It sounds like it would be. No, they always put in all sorts of commonly used sound effects and stuff in their videos when they make them, and all I'm doing is just taking their audio track and animating over it. Yeah. I'm trying to remember, I did an animation of Jaiden before, but that didn't have any sound to it. That was just her. Now, let's see if I can find... Okay, Party Crashers. We are the Party Crashers. Ain't no way to start the party without us. Let's see here. Projects. Flash, where's Flash? There it is. Okay, let's see here. Cartoon. Cartoon Hangout. Jaiden. Here's Jaiden. Yeah, there she is. And this was before she released what her model sheet looked like, so I was just working off of whatever was in her videos to make this. Put this up like the day before she revealed her VTuber model. You have Ari and Tofu there. And she yawns and birds fly off. She sits back up. And then it just repeats. Oh, and there's my little logo down there. That's for if anyone tries to steal it. Yeah, close that out. Alright, well, we took a little detour there. Let's Nintendo... Here! There we go. Back on track. Alright. Well, hopefully that was a little insight into the workings of for this stuff. And, let's see here. Nope. Nope. Well, I'm trying to look up the Wii Shop Wednesday thing, but it's not coming up with anything. Oh well. Oh, wait, I think I found it.
Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, King's Knight, Dig Dug, Jumanji, Harvest Moon. You write this song? Link Puzzle, Pokemon, Toe Jam and Earl and Panic, Funkotron.
Wow, this must have been done a while back.
Mega Turrican, Cybernator, Rolling Thunder, Dynastic Hero, Bubble Bobble, Double Dribble, Double Dragon, F-Zero.
Oh yeah.
Memorize the song. F-Zero X, and Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Cruising USA.
Really needs to learn how to say that word, but that was pretty funny. Let's see. Go here, and okay. Dish. Oh. Okay. Alright, there we go. Well, we have. Oh, ow. Yikes. Ouch. Had to turn the volume up for the Wednesday version of the song. Yeah, that gave a little, a nice little selection of games to check out. Now, I've never played Donkey Kong Jr. Math before, but I have played Donkey Kong Jr. I always like, I've had it, Donkey Kong, the original, was one of the first games I wanted to recreate, like remake with good visuals. And what I would do is I always went and looked at the illustrations they did for Donkey Kong. Back where Jumpman had like the really curly mustache and stuff. And that's how I would have made the characters look. Always want the remakes to look artistically as much like the original as they can. Animation. A lot of work goes into that stuff. Yeah. It was fun playing through the Mystical Ninja game the other day. I was kinda surprised when you hopped in, G-Star, cause it was like we were at the very end of the game and you just popped up. Had to sit there for quite a while. It was like, I think in total we spent about 8 hours on that game. It's one of the longer play sessions I've had, though I think the longest would probably be Pikmin 2. That Let's Play went on for quite a bit. And on this page here, Doko is, all the beating that he is going to get down here. You can see some of his clothes getting ripped up and stuff, so from here on out, the, Doko is not going to be looking as pristine as he has. The battle is going to leave both of them rather cut up and stuff. Thankfully, the tournament has healing pods that they put fighters in that get too badly hurt. Although that does not work on clothing, so Doko will probably have to get Mech to knit him or stitch up his clothing. Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed the ending of Mystical Ninja there then, G-Star. It's quite a bit of laggy glitchiness with that final fight. The emulator and the streaming program going at the same time always leads to, like, complications with running things. The streaming program in general has complications when other things are running alongside it, but I don't think this computer really handles all the higher, more complex graphical stuff as well as other computers. It is only a, I think it's a Windows... Is it a Windows 10? Might be a Windows 10. My other computer's a Windows 7. I still use it, but I can't stream on that, so the screen, like, that computer screen has never been shown on a stream. Yeah, the other computer is where I scan all of my artwork in, and then I put it onto hard drives and move it over to this computer when I stream working on the art. I do prefer to work on the Windows 7 computer, though, because it does run the like, art program here easier. Oh well, I will keep that in mind, G-Star. I did see that Sophist had done a Pizza Tower video. He's always doing all sorts of bizarre stuff. He did, like, this mod where you can play as Peppino's sister and all this other stuff, and there's all sorts of wacky characters that they put into it. Well, didn't take too long to fill in Doko there. Hopefully this page goes a bit quicker than some. It is mostly just, like, smoke in the background of these panels. I should have had this page done sooner, it's just I had all the Let's Playing stuff I was doing at the same time. Oh, and happy September 4th before we get there. That is the day that everyone has off. But Edward will probably not be streaming that day, so Edward will say happy whatever day to you guys here. Then a few more days after that, my mom's birthday is gonna happen. So I'm probably going to be giving her a call. Well, we've probably heard enough of the Wii Shop music. I'm just trying to get this last little bit evened out there. And let's save this. Oh, many pieces of Mr. Koo. I do have to say, G-Star, you do seem to love those cartoon-looking games. It has some artwork stylings of older eras to that game. And very surreal looking. Let's see here. Not that. Click on Dish. And, okay. We can probably put this on. Yeah, Mr. Koo thing kinda reminds me of Neverhood a tiny bit in the atmosphere it gives off with the visuals. Come on, come on. No, no, no. Go here. Bring this up. There we go. Now we get back to this. And Pizza Tower does have some catchy tracks to it. That is an aspect of gaming that the bigger parts of the industry feel like they lack to me a lot of times, is a lot of the bigger titles do not feel like they prioritize music as much as games used to. Now, I've always been a fan of cartoony games. That's just how games have always felt like they should have been to me. Earthworm Jim was the first really huge game that was, like, big in the animation department to me. Sonic was decent, but, like, Earthworm Jim felt like it had so much life to it that other games simply did not, because Earthworm Jim literally was a playable cartoon. They animated it, like, exactly like a cartoon. That feels like that's the point where they really nailed down how to make video games look as good, like, as representative of what the artists intend as they want. Yeah, anytime you got a shiny entertainment game, you knew you were in for a good time. Then, of course, their proto-shiny game, Aladdin, for the Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive. Now, I did find Doug still has quite a few of the old streams, the comic-making streams of his, on his Facebook, if you ever want to take a look at him making stuff there. And my favorite comic he ever did was Gear, the original version, not the 25th or 20th anniversary version. Do not care for the censorship they do in that. Or the dialogue changes. Not sure what compelled him to ruin jokes in that version. Although I do love Newts. That was a later comic that he did. I actually haven't read Cardboard before. I've been meaning to get it, but I've just never had the opportunity to really pick it up. I picked up Ghostopolis from Doug's internet store, his eShop, when he had that going. And he, I didn't, like, do a special tier or anything, but when I got the book, he actually included this hand-drawn, like, card that he put into my copy that was, like, one of the bug people he draws, like, how Chi looks in Gear, or how the Insectica forces look in the Earthworm Jim Launch the Cow comic. That was really cool to... He always puts, like, little bonus things in whenever I've gotten stuff from him. I think he kinda just tosses things in whenever he feels like it at random. Oh, well, at least it lives up to the title then, G-Star. I would expect a Strange Chronicles book to be a bit strange. You know, one author that I always found... People always label Stephen King as a horror writer, but to me he always just felt more like a strange writer, like just a more bizarre type of writer, whose some of his works just happen to be more horror-oriented. There's more unsettlingness to some of his stuff than just flat-out scariness. Let's see, do I need to make the hair a bit bigger back here? Oh. Yeah, it all eventually just poofed out of existence, G-Star. And that's, that just tends to be the way things go with Doug. That's why I try to keep everything as archived as I can on him. Except for all his politics garbage, but everything else I try to save as much as possible on my own, just for preservation's sake. Yeah, I just always loved watching Doug create stuff. It's always magical to me seeing a creator actually create. Always gotta keep things saved, because you don't know what's going to just disappear from the internet forever. I have so much stuff saved on my hard drives. Oh well, are you going to ask Sega to help you make a game, Wiggle Boy? Yeah, I put up more of the Earthworm Jim or the Doug to Naples sketchbooks, G-Star, but I do have other things to do. maybe at some point. I do still post things periodically on the Discord. If I do put up more pages of the sketchbooks, I will be sure to tag you so that you know about it. Down, 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 boom, boom, boom. Down, 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 down. Oh, I haven't put up any more pages, G-Star. I'm just letting you know that if I put up more Doug to Naple archive stuff, I will tag you on the Discord so that you know about it when I put it up. If I do. I am always busy on stuff, so it is hard to keep putting things up all the time. Yeah, I still remember when 06 came out, Wiggle Boy. That is, those were dark times. Yeah, the Doug to Naple sketchbook archives are pretty cool to have. That is one thing, that's one reason I always try to stay up to date on Doug, is because you never know when he's going to release something, or what it will be, and he usually does it in a way that it's like, it's a one-time thing. So I knew I had to get that stuff when it came out. It's, I believe the next book that Doug's gonna be releasing is the colored version of Earthboy Jacobus. That's what Catherine had been coloring for him. So that's probably the next one that's going to get going. If I had to guess, maybe he's going to use the money made from it to start back up on the Earthworm Jim or Bigfoot Bill comics, but I have no idea. It's just my guess there. Nah, Sonic's been through a bunch of rough patches over the years, Wiggle Boy. I'd say up to Heroes is probably the best era for Sonic. The Genesis titles and then the Adventure titles. Then after that, it just slowly starts to dip until, like, 06 just shatters everything. Yeah, Pizza Tower kinda made me think of kind of a mix between Wario Land and Earthworm Jim kind of craziness. I'd love to have all of Doug's books, G-Star. I just have not gotten around to getting all that stuff yet. Partly because I ain't got money. Going to try to build up some sort of money before whatever Doug releases next, though. Let me see here. I'll save this. Let's see. I'm just heading over to my gallery over here to look up some stuff. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. bring this up, and... go here. Well, we've got a black screen here. It's probably not what we want. There we go! There's a little Sonic piece that I did back when Frontiers came out. Just the little egg siblings. Yeah, I'm just sorting through all the game stuff that I have drawn. The stuff from Banjo-Tooie, Resident Evil. Luigi's Mansion one was always pretty cool. Oh, and then there's this little... This is what I had reanimated Mega Man to look like based on his original sprites and the original artwork and stuff. Yeah, he kinda... Oh, whoa. Yeah, well, it showed it right there. He was teleporting in, and you can see him as Rock before he turns fully into Mega Man. Because I remember it's Mega Man 8, where it's like, he warps in and then the helmet comes on top. I was trying to throw that in as part of it. Yeah, just all sorts of stuff here. Oh, there's stuff for my horror video game that I always wanted to do. Final Evolution. Oh yeah, the Mega Man one, that's a bit too hard to see because it's a small file. I'll try to zoom in more on it if I can. No, it doesn't look like it wants to, it's just... It was the thumbnail size is what I uploaded it as. I never put up the full size on DeviantArt. Sadly, that's as close as you'll get on the website. I have the full size on my computer. That's on the other computer. Yeah, this is the guy that was the main character for my horror video game idea. Came up with the idea, I think, back in 2008, if I remember right. And, that is the little animated sprite that I made for him. And this is, like, all the concept art and everything. You would, like, it'd be more focused around solving puzzles and sneaking around, not directly facing enemies. But if you run for too long, you'll tire out and the monsters can get you more easily and stuff. Oh well, I do not do any of the guild stuff, Wiggle Boy, but if anyone else does all that stuff, be sure to take a look at Wiggle Boy here. Oh, here's from, one of my the longest animation I think I ever did. This is one of the more detailed parts of it, the G, or William Birkin, from Resident Evil 2. There's Claire at the end. Obviously, this is just a little snippet of that animation. If you want to see the full animation, it's on my videos on YouTube here. It's, I think, the third malformation of G is what it's called. Yeah, I've done so much stuff. Yeah, this is back when the show for Earthworm Jim was announced. I made this. I made, like, the different eras of Jim. The original games, the comic, and then the, show that was being worked on, but that no one's ever heard anything about since then, so no idea how that's going. Oh! Here's what we played the other day. Yeah, I love this game so much. Yeah, I should probably get back to working on the comic here. Let's hop on back over. Alrighty. Oh, I have so many ideas, so much stuff that I've done over the years. It's thousands and thousands of pieces on DeviantArt at this point. I would have probably thousands of videos on YouTube if I were if I uploaded as frequently as modern YouTubers do, but with me, I always try to make videos that have a lot of work put into them, so the videos that I do not come up nearly as quick as other YouTubers. Oh, I've never heard of that animation program before. Miku Miku Dance. Miku Miku Dance. That sounds familiar, but that wasn't from an animation. That was from an old pre-YouTube video. But no, I've never heard of that animation program. Usually what I hear people using these days are, I think, Adobe, Go, Animate, Procreate, stuff like that. But with me, with how Edward is, I'm just stuck in the Stone Age, so I've just got Flash from 2004 that I work with. Then I just export that to, a movie file. Yeah, it doesn't matter as much the animation program you use, as much as it matters the amount of work that you put into animation. Technically, you can make just as good of animation on paper and stuff. It's just, it's a lot longer with the physical process. Oh, that's a 3D program. And my brother's the one that does 3D. I've only ever done 2D. Dad was in the animation industry for 3D back when 3D was in its infancy back during the 90s and 2000s. He worked on music videos and commercials and stuff. He hasn't done it in years, but he used to. Back then, they used Maya. Which is, Maya is what one of the villains in Jak and Daxter is named after, that 3D animation program they used to make that game. I forget what her brother was named after. It was something else to do with the, some sort of rendering or something. Goggle Acheron and Maya Acheron. I always thought it'd be really, it'd be a really easy thing to do to bring those two back in a Jak and Daxter sequel, but they've never done it, but it feels like with the cliffhanger they implied that they could do that at some point if they ever did anything with that series again. Yeah, the Jak and Daxter games are some of my favorites. Jak 2 is way too hard, but it has probably the best story, like the most well-done story of the series. I do love all the games, though. At least for the main games. Once you get into things like Lost Frontiers and stuff, it gets a bit iffier there. So have you ever had any game ideas for what you guys have wanted to make over the years? I always have game ideas. That's part of what all the stuff I've created comes from. Doko here, his comics were meant to be a 3D platformer back when I first came up with the adventures. And I just decided to do comics to give it a shot and never really stopped. Oh, well, I am wishing you the best of efforts in your show, Wiggle Boy. What? Oh, I do remember you were talking about the crossover thing, G-Star, although you canceled that. Okay. Well, we've been listening to that for a while. Oh, there's a Pepina. Pepina ramen and Pepino spaghetti. Ah. What is this? Yeah, those are run cycles. Oh. There's a 3D animation someone did, a pizza tower. No, looks like some fan-made thing. I'm not sure what, Are you talking about the anime alternate universe in your, crossover idea, or just some... Oh, you're talking about the anime, like, Pepino's sister and stuff, where it's, like, anime looking. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Let's see. Can get this up. Why does it do that? Okay, go here. Illuminations Pizza Tower movie leaked footage. I guess apparently this is a movie that's, according to this person, coming out. Here you go for anyone curious as to what I found here. Let me just center this.
Please, just look inside yourself. You know it too.
Yeah, this doesn't look quite official.
One of us in this pizza tower.
Well, I guess get ready for whenever that happens. Let's see here. Yeah, that should be a box office breaking hit. Get this recentered. Okay. Oh, I'll play home internet from T-Mobile, apparently. You guys shut up. Yeah, get on with it. I'll just do this. This'll provide some background audio. Oh, now the streaming program's frozen. Well, you give it a few minutes and it tends to sort itself out. Yeah, that movie trailer, that had a bit of jankiness to it. Not exactly high Hollywood quality or anything there. Well, I shall be sure to watch my tongue around those men next time, Wiggle Boy. Yeah, there's no end to the stream of oddities that you can find on YouTube. That's been a mainstay of the website ever since it was conceived, pretty much. Although there was a lot more weirdness you would come across in the early days of YouTube. Back before all the reactors and everything, when it was just people making videos just to make videos. Follow me. Tragedy. Wonderful. New life is revealed to me. Well, as long as you got Source Filmmaker and stuff, you can pretty much make 3D videos of whatever you want, I think. Plus these new frontiers, with my life I fight this fear. The Sonic Frontier soundtrack is a bit of a mixed bag at times to me, but those boss themes are pretty awesome. Which, I did make a music video of Sonic Frontiers back when the game came out. I think it's one of the more recent videos in my video list on YouTube here. It uses the actual, song version of this song for that music video. I don't know if I've ever really wanted to do 3D animations. I've always had curiosities about it. But for me, 2D animation has always given me the level of control and direct orchestration over their expressions and details and stuff that really let me control how I want everything to look in the animation. Oh well, Hello Kitty's done, things in every genre imaginable, G-Star. Let's see, what was it? Jobby the Hong, he reviewed, a toy of Hello Kitty at one point that was like, I think a mech of Hello Kitty. It was just kinda this ridiculous, cute thing. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's it. Let me see here. Yes, this is the thing. The, let's see, what's it called? Hello Kitty Chogokin. Yeah, this is it. I'll just switch. Oh, that's too small. Oh, a Gundam Hello Kitty. Let's see if I can get a better picture of this thing. Oh, they took it down. I can't... Okay. Down, down. Well, let's look up Hello Kitty Chogokin. Oh, wow. They have a variant of it that's like a Gundam Hello Kitty. Well, I guess this will have to do. This is the Hello Kitty Chogokin. It's basically a mech of Hello Kitty you can buy. That, there's like a little Hello Kitty that I think you can put as the pilot if you open the hatch up there. There's like a flying mode you can put it in. Yeah, and, what I did, yeah, there it is. This is the Gundam variant of it. And you can see, like, they put the pilot Hello Kitty inside the mech Hello Kitty. They do a lot of ridiculous but really awesome toys in Japan. Japan has always put America to shame when it's come to the toy market. Hasbro is nothing, Bandai is like so much better. And then there's all the Band Prestos and stuff, and let me see here. Now I'm on a whole thing of looking up all this stuff when I should be working. Let's see. There's all the capsule, like, toys you can get. There's, yeah, like, you can just get things like this in vending machines over in Japan, and it's like, why can't they do that here? I know it's because America is just kinda lame when it comes to the entertainment industry, but it would be so cool to have that kind of quality in America. Down, 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 to new horizons. And even though it's gonna take up more time, I guess I should switch the music here. Otherwise, 16 now. Alright, there we go. Oh, there's a trailer for that glorious new Indiana Jones movie. Then a commercial for Gatorade, because the world needs more of that. And then we get to actual music that we can work with. Down, down. Down, 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 down. I would give so much to be able to get, like, America up to standards with other countries when it comes to the entertainment side of things. Now that you're not around. What is the country that you all would want to live in if you could, like, speak any language at all, at will? Had no issue with, like, the conversion into what you would need for living in another area. What is the part of Earth that you would like to be at? I have always fancied Japan myself. With my life, though, I could live anywhere and it'd just feel normal to me. I never had, like, a hometown growing up. Because of my dad's jobs of 3D and stuff, we were getting, like, dragged all around the country, so I was always on the move. Vandalize my heart. Yeah, the problem now is I'm trying to focus on, like, the lyrics of this song, trying to figure them out in my head, so it's keeping me from talking now. I'm not sure what my favorite accent of English would be. I think probably some of the English, like, England accents are pretty cool. When I was growing up, I did not know there was a stereotype for, like, American. So, I didn't understand, like, cowboys and stuff were, like, the stereotype of America. The first time I really, like, I think it was Shaolin Showdown with Clay, where he's just a cowboy amongst, like, other characters from other, like, nationalities, is like, well, why'd they choose a cowboy for, like, America? And I think that was my first exposure to, like, what the stereotype was. Yeah, no, I know for America, it's probably more of sorta talking like this. We're all just a bunch of hillbillies type of thing. A lot of people used to say that I sounded posh whenever they'd hear me on YouTube. I'd always get a comment that was saying, "You sound so posh." For your own voice, you never know what you sound like inside of your head, because it sounds different than when you're on video. I used to not be able to watch any of my videos just because of how my voice sounded outside my head. When I originally heard how I sounded on video, it was just, oh my god, I sound horrible. But now I've just heard it so much that it's like, yeah, that's Edward. There's always that little, like, period of getting used to how you sound once you are on a video for the first time. I used the intercom at work once and, like, stopped, like, halfway through speaking, because I was just trying to process the voice coming over the intercom as, like, that is me? I don't sound like that. But everyone else was just like, yeah, that's you, why are you stopping? And that was kind of a wake-up call type of moment. Then there's people, a lot of times on the telephone, people think that I'm a girl. I don't know if I sound like a girl, but that's what I get mistaken for a lot when I talk to people over the phone. I am certainly not one, but that is what people hear sometimes. Or I guess a majority of the time there. Let's get off of that remix. Let's see here. Not that. Okay. Where? Oh, that's the Resident Evil PlayStation credits. Huh. What if I go here? Now I'm getting into the Resident Evil side of things. Oh! They already have the new Resident Evil movie out, and they're fighting some giant, ungodly abomination of flesh and muscle, it looks like. That's delightful. Really, that's just a standard Tuesday in the Resident Evil universe. Resident Evil... I'm just looking up more stuff over here. Did they give Ashley shorts in the remake of Resident Evil 4? That's what it looks like there. Okay, I know. I'll just go to my playlists. Shows Metal Gear, video game music, sound effects. There. That is not getting me what I'm looking for. Okay. I should not be spending this much time trying to look up music of any sort. Not sure why I'm going through all this. Okay, okay. Oh, here we go. Let's see, is this... Earthworm Jim, Metallic Madness, Cryo Shell. Why do I have so many liked videos? I guess a lot of people just like a lot of things and don't even think about it. For me, for the longest time, I did not like videos. I just watched them all. At these days, I'll just, without thinking about it, like something. Okay, that. Yeah, this is not getting me anywhere. Oh, there's Mango Catastrophe. I am sorry, audience, if you are watching this after the video is made. Feel free to click forward on the timeline bar to when it looks like I'm actually doing something again. Oh, there's Lem's sister. Growing Up Creepy. I have not seen that show in a while. This is always the thing that takes up the most time in these videos, is just selecting what music to play in the background. It's not something to really think about. I'll just click on this. Alright, now we got music again, so let us get back to work. I should be much farther along than I am. Yeah, Resident Evil Gaiden may have been a bit of a garbage experience towards the end, but its music was pretty intense. Really could not stand those final bosses. I do love me a good Resident Evil, though. They don't really do those that much these days, in my opinion, but pre-Resident Evil 4, I will play those games any day of the week. For the most part. Resident Evil 0 gets a bit dull at times, but other than that, I love the originals. I recently heard that apparently, in some audio files or something that was left out of Outbreak, it says in, like, the files of Resident Evil Outbreak, if you, like, dig around in it, that, I think the missile that was used, or the missiles that were used to destroy Raccoon City in Resident Evil were launched from the Dallas Air Force Base. That was left out of the game, so it could or could not be canon. It all depends on what the current creator of an individual game is thinking of doing at the time, I think. Yeah, Outbreak really implied that the T-Virus outbreak in Raccoon City was quite a bit more disastrous than it's usually presented as in other materials. As there's implications that it was seeping out to things like, was it Stonewall Village or something? It was like areas around the Arklay Mountains that it was reaching towards, instead of just Raccoon City. You never get to really see that. Yeah, there were more things planned for Resident Evil Outbreak, but that sub-series kinda got cancelled before they could implement everything. There was going to be a scenario where you were at, like, the docks or the harbor of Raccoon City trying to escape. That would have had a giant shark as the boss there. And then there was, like, the scenario that would have been at the motel. There was a ton of different scenarios that were, like, intended to be done for Outbreak, but things just did not pan out. Outbreak does give you the best look you ever get at the Raccoon City incident, though. I always thought it'd be kinda cool if, they went back to the ruins of Raccoon City and, like, made use of the underground facility that they had planned for the Sega Saturn material of Resident Evil 1. Have, like, get the old tunnels of the train system open back up and maybe go into the underground part of the facility that's never shown for one that way. Yeah, but Capcom's probably more preoccupied with just doing whatever is the most fan-service-y thing they can think of to appease the general audience at this point. Resident Evil always felt more like a science fiction series than a pure horror series to me. All the stuff about it deals with, like, mutationist evolution and everything. It's just that from that, all sorts of obvious mishaps happen in experiments and everything. That clearly provides room for there to be horror scenarios to pop up with all that. Edward is just talking about his old games again. Grandpa reliving the glory days. I imagine in the decades to come, I'll just be the Gandalf on his cart, banging his head over and over to the Numa Numa dance. Ah, the Numa Numa. Not sure what would be the popular internet song these days. There's been a few of them. I'm going to eat a banana. Well, out here in Ohio today, it's blazing 87 degrees. We got it down to the 70s the other day. Now it's just back up to sweltering unlivability. It's not that bad, but it's not pleasant. This is why humans evolved to have air conditioning. Yeah, pump in all that coolness and pump out all the toxins to degrade the stratosphere and let the sun cause nuclear radiation in the coming centuries. The whole dystopian pollution destroying the Earth environment is always good to make a sci-fi story with. Oh yeah, everybody loves to talk about Ohio, Wiggle Boy. Actually saw a comment the other day, was on a Bionicle video where, It was like a video about the Ignition trilogy in the Paraka, which are basically these gang members and stuff. And the heroes, the Toa in that era, were like, it felt like cops versus robbers, but like with more gangster thug-like theming to it. And someone in the comments said that, you know, this era of Bionicle was really just the Toa, like, fighting their way through Ohio. That was... yeah, that's Ohio for the internet. Yeah, everything's in Ohio. Any mishap you could have. Although we do have a great ice cream store. Or ice cream parlor. The family used to go there when we lived here. Aglamisi's. If anyone stops by, what is it, Oakley in Cincinnati, be sure to get a cone of ice cream from Aglamisi's. You will love it. I usually get I used to get mint chocolate chip, but nowadays I do raspberry chocolate chip. I love that. And the waffle cone, just crunch. Delicious. It is right next to King Arthur's Toys. And that is right next to a sushi place that just opened up. They also have Thai there, but I've only ever gotten sushi there. I love sushi. Salmon, unagi, tuna. All sorts of sushi. And you can see Doko here. Him using all the energy blasts that he's been doing has sort of drained his energy, so he's beginning to sweat and fatigue now. Which is probably not good for him, given the fight that he is currently engaged in. But he is getting a bit more frantic in his strategies since pretty much nothing has been working on the claw. Works for a few seconds sometimes, but the claw pretty much every time finds a way to adapt and counter what is going on. Yeah, when I'm actually working on the comic here, this page doesn't feel like it has much that I need to do to really get through it. It's just the constant stopping to go into other musics and stuff. Such as right now. Let's see here. Okay. And credits. Where is that song? That's Jill and Nemesis. Let me see here. I'm just trying to remember a piece of music. Oh, I know one that I always can listen to. Kaizo Trap. Yeah, this is still one of my favorite animations on YouTube, I think. Let me see here. Official audio. Here we go. I'll put this on for a bit. And I'll see an ad for some football fan throwing chips everywhere.
I know just the guy to talk to. What are these? Say their name. Pop corners.
Okay, pop corners. I said it. Okay, now I got proper music. But hopefully, I've been able to play it before, so I imagine it isn't copyrighted or won't get you in trouble for playing it, at least. Which, if anyone cares to see a very fun and, well, a bit traumatic animation, like, for what the characters go through, but an animation that had a lot of effort put into it, be sure to go to Kaizo Trap. Actually, yeah, I can take a look at it in a bit. Right now, I just need to get actual work done here. Yeah, Kaizo Trap was obviously created working off of those early 2010s rage games where you just die constantly. I Wanna Be the Guy, the movie, the game. That's the one that I always saw. I got through like maybe 3 screens of it before I gave up on that one. Do not know how there are people that can get through that without getting killed. The 2010s had some really good YouTube animations. I don't know what the hardest video game I've played is that's like an actual game. I've played some pretty rough ones before. I guess I can put Resident Evil Gaiden up there, just simply because of the ending parts. Arcade games could get a bit hard at times, but that was just so that you'd keep putting quarters into the machine. Yeah, Earthworm Jim used to be pretty hard to me when I was younger. All the Sega Genesis games used to be hard for me when I was younger, but nowadays I can usually get through them. Do any of you have an animator that you like out there on YouTube? I enjoy the works a few different ones. I like Gooseworks. Although they don't really do much that frequently. Animation takes a lot of time to do. Jaiden's usually okay. Ranges from pretty good at times, but not amazing all that often, to, yeah, it's good. And Vivzy Pop does quite a bit of good stuff to me. And then you can see the claw back here in shadow. Kinda trail off in the shadow as it goes down. This is just a technique that I use whenever I do the shadows in the smoke. Let's make all these lines in the shape of a person. I was a bit iffy on how the smoke would turn out, like the whole environment, but I think it turned out pretty cool looking. I was figuring, I knew I could do it, because I've done smoke before, but I don't think I've ever done a whole scene that just takes place inside of smoke. I'm sure they've done that in One Piece before with Smoker and stuff. Yeah, One Piece. The 4Kids version of it was just ridiculous to sit through. I remember back when they were airing that. That was just absurd at times, the types of censorship they would do in that. Turning all the guns into water pistols and a handgun into a hammer and stuff. Just ridiculous. That's just kind of normal for 4Kids. I know what song I want to play. Yeah, I'll do. Oh.
Is the equivalent of a rock star in mathematics.
Oh, a rock star.
Greatest mathematician alive.
Oh, he does not look like a rock star.
As I can remember, I have always loved numbers and puzzles and patterns.
I'm happy for you, buddy. But I'm here for the music. Yeah, this theme was always, gave pure 80s horror vibes to me. Very tense way to end out a game. There's nothing quite like finding a good 2000s horror video game, like internet game. Although I'd say probably the first game of that series is probably the most solid one to me, like in terms of creepiness and story. 5 Days a Skeptic. Or no, 5 Days a Stranger. This one is from the sequel, 7 Days a Skeptic, which is set in the far, far future. Then the final game is set, like, in the centuries between those two games. I was going to head out to the bookstore today, because when I woke up, the internet was, like, not working at all. There was some outage going on in the area. But once I was, like, getting ready to go out, the internet finally came back, so I just decided to sit down, and now we're here. Yeah, while making breakfast today, I was actually watching someone else eating stuff on YouTube. It was these two English guys that were eating at a Waffle House for the first time. They were just astounded by the amount of food that they got there and stuff. I used to go to a Waffle House sometimes back, like, would have been probably 15 years ago now, 14, 15. Yeah, I usually go there after working at the airport, and it was just a part-time job where you sorted mail that came in. But there was a Waffle House right next to it, so I would stop there to get something to eat. Always get off work at like 3 a.m. Yeah, the Waffle House has a new owner. And now we waste more time getting more music. Oh, there's a different remix here. This worth it? Yeah, I've heard better. Oh, that's a pretty cool little flute in the background. Wow. No, not that one. Ginyu Toku Sentai 80s remix. That's not Toku Sentai, that's a commercial. This is Toku Sentai. Bing, bum, bum, bum. I could play Mega Man X on this at some point. I've beaten that game a few times. I need to get up to get some water, so I will be right back. Ah, okay, I am back. And I brought Pocky. Delicious. Pockies are some of the greatest treats that the world has ever created. I loved putting in those Japanese commercials into my Dragon Ball review. Doing that final one and just adding in my own subtitles for it. Sacrifice someone for Pockies today. Children work best. Just a little ridiculous final bit for the commercials in that video. Although at least 2 of the commercials in that video are ones we had on the Dragon Ball VHS tapes we had from Japan back when I was little. Toku Sentai, Toku Sentai. This Pocky is not wanting to come out of the box. There we go. Yeah, I actually had ideas for a Sonic Adventure 3 video game, like, over a decade ago now, I think. It would have been reworking things from, like, Sonic 06 to make an actual good continuation of the adventure type of games. Elise would make an appearance, but she wouldn't be like a main character, really. It would have mainly had stuff like Mephiles and exploring his origins, and Iblis and everything, and linking things together, like giving implications of a link between Mephiles, Iblis, Gaia, Chaos, and the Chaos Emeralds. Because the adventure games always felt like they advanced off of what came previously story-wise. Whereas 06, despite feeling like an adventure game, story-wise did not really feel like it was going with how the adventure games did it. It felt like it was more of just making its own story and putting, like, Sonic things into it. Doko Sentai. Yeah, it would have handled the time travel a bit differently than 06. I think I put a lot more thought into the time travel aspect of it than the game of 06 did. Eggman would have actually created Eggman Land. And it would have been a sanctuary he'd make for a prophesied end of the world to keep people safe there. In reality, it would have been before the game begins, he gets like a message from his future self using Mephiles' abilities, and it sets everything in motion for him to take over and stuff. And the whole end of the world thing, it is something that is a threat, but it's like orchestrated by future Eggman to get everything to where it is by the end. People always had a problem with Eggman in the, like, Dreamcast era, ending up with, like, other villains upstaging him and stuff, but honestly, it felt like the proper way to do those stories to me. It's like, Eggman was not a non-threat, he was still a villain. It's just that he was always working with things that, like, were horribly endangering everybody, so logically, he would end up getting caught up in that himself by the end. Doko Sentai, Doko Sentai, Doko Sentai, Doko Sentai. Nowadays, the Sonic games, they don't really feel like they go as hard with the story or continuity or characters. Frontiers was a good step towards getting a better grasp on the continuity again, but character-wise, it was not the best to me, other than, like, Sage. Dun, 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 dun. Doko Sentai. I guess we'll slap in a tune that relates to Sonic, in a way. Yeah, the final boss of Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is one of the worst experiences ever. Which I guess makes sense, considering in Puyo Puyo it is Satan. Such a hard metal theme for, like, a puzzle game final boss. Such post-traumatic flashbacks with this tune. Yeah, I never beat Mean Bean Machine, but I did cheat to get to the final boss, just to see what it was like. And, yeah, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog better be glad that in the show he never challenged Robotnik to Mean Bean Machine. That would have been instant death for Sonic. I'm not sure if even the sophist method would be, like, anything that could help out in this match. Come on, get the hair there. I've never... Puzzle games are fun sometimes, but they're not something that I normally invest my time in. They have an addictive quality to them, but usually not the things that pop up on my radar the most. I'm always down for a little Mean Bean Machine here, maybe a little Dr. Mario there. But usually I'm always on the lookout for, like, platformers and stuff. Never have been the keenest one when it comes to, like, the whole grr, super serious military stuff. That all always usually kind of feels dull to me. Like, unless it's like Metal Gear, where it's like, oh, these have, like, magical powers and stuff in this, and it's like, it looks more realistic, but it is, like, absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, if it's like that, then you have my interest. And it's hard to beat Yoji Shinkawa artwork. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Uh-oh. I clicked on a wiki link. This might freeze everything up. Okay, I think this is becoming a bit more jittery. Okay, alright. Process through this. Sorry about my computer, everybody. Yeah, this computer is always causing trouble for this streams. At least you have this rockin' music to listen to while it repairs itself. Edward. Always behind on technology. He's still lagging up a bit. What about all you out there? Did you ever have a final boss that you just could not deal with? Okay. Sorry about all this, just... Well, I can see that Wiggle Boy is saying see ya. This loaded up finally. It's still jittery, but, you have fun out there, Wiggle Boy. I will see you later. Hopefully with a better, performing stream. Not ending it just yet, though. Okay. Okay. I think... Just give it a sec. Ugh. This is painful. Alright. Come on, please, just... No. Don't click that. Don't load that. Just Google. Go to Google. That is a safe page. Oh god. Okay. I think I'm getting it under control. Hopefully the stream is still going. Okay, I have regained control. Ugh. That was not fun. Boyado. Alright. Now I am in control. I can... Well, I guess look up another piece of music. This is what Edward does once he gets control of the internet. He risks making it all laggy again by going to another page. What can you expect from him? Okay. Biohazard the Experience. What is that? Must be Resident Evil or something. Okay, Edward, what you need to do is just pick a track that you can play on loop forever and just focus on the work. Let's go to go with How's about this? Oh. Sonic is back. And he brought some friends. And we are skipping this trailer. Alright, you all like Metroid, I like Metroid. Let's listen to Metroid. Let's listen to Metroid and actually get work done. Shall we? Ding, ding. Ding, ding. This at the right level? I'll go with this. Okay, let us get to work, actually. Going back to Doko here. Coloring up the boy in blue. The idiotic blue hero of the comic. Blue and black. Doko, he just screams hero to me with his blueness to him. Blue was always the more calming, good guy color to me. I know the Red Ranger was always the one that was like the leader of Power Rangers, and Tahu and Bionicle, the red guy is always the leader, but personally I always preferred the color blue. Billy was my favorite Power Ranger simply because he was the Blue Ranger. Although he is probably the nicest guy of the group. Likewise, Doko is the nicest guy of his group. But unlike Billy, Doko is an absolute moron. Yeah, the genius of Doko's group is much less of a good person than Doko is. Although compared to Doko, pretty much everyone is less of a good person. Not that the expressions Doko has been making would give that kind of an indication. But when you're in the throes of battle, it's somewhat hard to muster up a smile at times. Especially when your opponent has been just negating everything you've been doing. Yeah, it wouldn't be a tournament without some hardships to it. Do have to say, that Pizza Tower track was pretty good earlier. There are times where I worry that the streams do not always come out the most watchable, but I also end up reminding myself that it really doesn't matter, because it's like streams are more for people that are there in the moment, and these days, I do try to put up, like, things in the timeline bar to show when there are breaks to, like, skip and stuff for people viewing afterwards. The streams are more for people, like, stopping by to see the creator as the stream is going on. The videos of the YouTube channel are always the one that are more geared towards people that would be watching, like, later on, because you can't see those, like, live as they're being created. That would be, like, months and months of just watching, and that just bore everyone to death eventually. No one would want to see the video itself at that point by the end of it. At least with how I do videos, I know there are people that just record whatever, and they're like, yeah, that's a video, there it is. Now I got 1 billion videos. But for me, I take my time. I'm always one that wants to make things look good and just put the details in that takes a lot of work to do. I know a lot of animators do not do the animating frame by frame the background when the background moves sometimes. But when you have the camera spinning and stuff, it's kind of unavoidable unless you've, like, made a 3D model that you've put your animation inside of that you can rotate. I, however, do not have a program for 3D, nor do I have the know-how for that kind of animating for that medium. I do know how to do 2D, though. If anyone would ever care for a commission of that, I am available. I did wake up today to someone trying to scam me out of artwork. That gets more and more frequent as things go on, as time goes on. The more you put stuff up, the more frequently. Like, every time I put something new up that's, like, bound to be a big hit, I always get people that are, like, trying to come and, very, like, some of them are a bit sneakier, but usually I can tell when people are trying to just take your artwork that you can make for them. And yeah, it's a bit of a cutthroat business at times. You get used to... You pick up on the signs of what is and is not a scammer as it goes on. And sadly, most offers for, like, commissions and stuff tend to be scammers. It's, that kinda just comes with the territory. People trying to either get free stuff or trying to get you to mark things down for less than they should be for them. That's why the process I do is, what I do, if I'm doing a commission, we will discuss it. I'll discuss it with the client, and once that's decided, then I do, like, a sketch or a rough draft of the thing for them, and I show it to them. And at that point, they haven't paid anything. And that's just the initial phase. And once I get the rough draft or sketch of it done, and show them, and they approve of it, then they will pay me to continue the rest of the process. So it's sort of a, it's just sort of getting things down, and then once things are, like, set in stone is when the payment is done, instead of just doing it all up front, and then it's like, well, I'm the artist, so I'll just make it however, I already have the money. And obviously, if you're the creator, most creators are not going to just try to screw the client over. That's just idiocy. But it's like, I want the client to have more leeway in it than some others do the commission process. And that just seems like it's a fair thing to do, and it keeps things in line for like, well, if you want the whole thing, this is all decided, you have what it will look like, now you know that you want this, so now we can discuss the price. And that's where the price comes in. And then once the price is decided, that is when I finish the thing up. That's just my method for how to do it. It's how I've always, it's like the fairest way to me that I've found to do it. Although there has been one person that has managed to weasel their way through without paying things. That was hopefully a one-time thing. Definitely not making anything for them again. But you always gotta be on the lookout. The signs become more obvious as to who you can trust and who you can't as you make, like, more and more commissions. As with all things, experience is the greatest teacher, as they say. Yeah, but that gives some explanations and insight into the commissioning process. If anyone else out there ever wants to start up doing commissions, that is how I do it. And if you would care for an example. Everyone has their own ways of doing things. That's just my way of doing it. In the years to come, I do wonder who all is actually gonna go back and look over all these videos. Just Edward rambling forever as he draws. Has to resonate with some people, because I have seen the views go up every time after making these. Really, they are just here for this fabulous singing. It is not killing anybody's ears. If it was, they would unsubscribe. Get a bit more of the shadow effect here for the claw. Some of the smoke billowing out is obscuring some stuff more than others, so some of these just have like really few dotted lines to imply where the body part is behind the smoke. Although with this, it was also because the pants are black, so they have more shading to them. I have to do some editing here after the stream and get some the clouds, the smoke put in behind the claw there. I was having some issues with just all these different like levels of smoke. I ended up making the smoke here, like behind everything, darker towards the back of it, which contrasts a lot with the lighter smoke that Doko is coming out of. This smoke just ended up being like the normal type of color. But the one that Doko's coming out of, this should probably be, like, if you're going by logic, this might be the lighter color, the most foreground smoke. But it ended up just being that, yeah, it's a different color, so it stands out. It's a different shade of brown-black. So, it doesn't always have to be, like, thinking logically for how to color stuff. It's whatever works for the scene. Oh, and then we're down here into the beating up Doko panels. If I ever won the lottery, I would hand out a bit of money to, like, various different creators. My ideal world is one where all creators just get to create whatever they want without any worry, like, financially or anything. I know with how the world is, capitalism runs rampant, and the lower class generally does not get that type of leisure. But in an ideal world, everyone would just be allowed to spend their times doing their hobbies and all that. The world where art reigns supreme. Where creators are allowed the opportunities that they should have. Wow. You know, I've had this water bottle here. Got up to get, and I've barely drunk anything of it. Yeah, just got Doko getting slammed right in the chest stomach area there. Doko kinda mucked things up by obscuring the entire arena with his flurry of blasts that he did on the previous page. It made it just as hard to see for him as it would for anyone else. Although with his goggles, he can see, like, certain things that are pointed out by the goggles. But in this environment, in this, the heat of the battle, he is kinda just, like, acting off of instinct more than normal. He just spotted the claw, so he immediately lashed out at him in the smoke. Yeah, that does not look like it's gone well for him. Although I'm not sure if Doko even understands how his own goggles work or anything. I also don't know quite, at this moment, quite, what all the goggles would tell him. The actual, like, visual layout of the goggles. It's been shown before, but, like, not... Well, you know what? I can probably show what it looks like. It shows it in the first comic of the series. But what I'm doing after this comic is I'm remaking the first comic. And once I remake that, I'm going to publish it finally. And then I have that page already made. So, let me see. If I go over here, go over... Let's see, let's look up... Remake. There's the prologue page. That's a bunch of video games. Actually, hold on, is this switched over yet? No, it's not. Let's, where... Hangout. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it'll show up in here. I just need to scroll to... Not there. Blah 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 blah. Going... Metal Gear... I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, there's the, This was my... One of the things I was remaking was, Alex Kidd. But then I saw they made a remake, so that kinda negated my attempts. So, just kinda drifted off from that. Let's see here. Yeah, there's Resident Evil. That's me remaking one of the pages. That was like 2 years ago, I think. No, maybe 2 years ago. Okay. Oh, there it is. Let's see here. No, not zoom. Well, that gives you, like, a look at the before and after. What it was like in the original comic, and what it's going to look like in the remake. Yeah, it's pretty much just doing the exact same comic. It's just, it looks better now. That's all I wanted, is, like, for it to be presentable as, Let's see here. Whoa. Super zoomed in there. Yeah, for me, the remaking of the comics is, the priority is making it look up to par with the later parts of the series, so that it's, like, all, in my eyes, appropriate for publication, and is a more seamless series to follow, art-wise. I always wanted it at a certain level. Okay, where are you? That's the very start. So, we keep going down. I should eventually get to the page that shows the goggles. Unless I don't have it on here. I may have just shown that one before and after image. No, I think I have it here. It's just a lot of stuff to go through. Huh. Goggles? Is that... That's Mechmech's goggles. And so Edward wastes more time. More and more time. Nope. 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 Huh. Oh. Do I have it here? I have it here. Well, this isn't the page, but it's apart from it. Let's just... Well, let's zoom out of this. Sorry about keeping this, like, so zoomed in. Alright. Now let's make it this size. And, here, this shows you how the goggle, oh, here it is. Yeah, this shows you how it looks when Doko is looking through the goggles. It gives, like, scans of stuff. And it's like seeing the fat content of the object and bringing up other things of interest. Yeah, just various readings and stuff, sci-fi type of stuff, scans, all that. But yeah, that gives you sort of a look at what Doko's goggles do and how they operate. Don't want to put them on yourself, because they will knock you out. They will make you go unconscious. It's only for the one person that it is supposed to go on that wears it. So the same goes for Stacy's goggles. You don't want to put hers on, otherwise you are falling asleep. Yeah, it links up to their brains, so it can tell, like, the genetics for the user are not right when someone else puts them on. And it'll just send a signal to the newcomer's brain to knock them out. Yeah, it's a bit more thought put into it than some of the readers probably might think, for that aspect. I'm sure there are readers that think about the goggles. I cannot wait to get those remakes made. And finally get this all published and out there in bookstores. Finally. After so long. Decade and a half. Then hopefully the money just keeps coming in and I can just work on this the rest of my life. Well, the various other things in the universe of the comics. All the video game ideas I have and stuff. Yeah, I didn't wanna... I switched the screen back to the GIMP art program screen because I didn't want a chance showing the remake pages in full on stream. Those are only going to be available for people on Patreon when those get made. Like, I have the first, like, I think 5 to 7 pages of the remake done, but for when I actually put them up, those will only be on Patreon. The original comic is going to be still on DeviantArt, but I personally would not look back at that because I think it looks horrible. Yeah, artists never being satisfied with their work. Although in my case, I think it is fair to not care for how it looked back then. It's not the worst thing in the world. I have obviously seen much worse than my first comics, but it is not at the level I wanted them to be at when I was making them. Nice little rainfall here. And so Edward returns to trying to find music. Oh, Uncle Roger. Japanese lady reacts to Uncle Roger hate Jamie Oliver. Oh, that's a classic video. Ooh, Metroid Prime Echoes multiplayer. Ooh. Well, here's going to be a remix of a track from the game we just played. Mount Fear, my favorite of the ambient tracks in Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. There we go. I think that's at good enough levels for the music. Let's just put that there. Alright. Yeah, Mystical Ninja, just incredible. The original games, like, before the modern era of Konami, it's just such a fun series. Let's see, I think I was trying to make the shoe go farther down here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the intent. There we go. That should do. That should do. There's Doko's leg there. Yeah, just hitting him into a mess of body parts flying through the air. It's a bit hard to keep track of whose leg is what, with both legs being black on both characters. Oh, nope, go back to that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's... After a while, drawing constantly, you start to question things in life. Why are we here? What does it all mean? Will Edward ever eat a pizza again? These are the questions we must ask ourselves in the endless hours of labor we endure. I always like having green pepper and sausage and onion on my pizzas. I think, yeah, the first episode of Teen Titans, they were getting a pizza, and it was Starfire that suggests, I think, mint frosting on it. Just displaying her alienness to everything. Yeah, the original Teen Titans cartoon is probably one of the best superhero shows ever created. I don't care what anyone says, Beast Boy and Raven totally had a thing for each other. It's always so weird these days seeing Cyborg as part of the Justice League. It just feels wrong. He is a Teen Titan. That is all he ever will be to me. I got the Sonic if you got the Boom. It truly was people that loved those characters making that show. I was thinking that once they started Teen Titans Go, that it was going to be like a show that was like those Teen Titans shorts they came out with years after the Teen Titans, where it was basically just the chibi forms of them that you would see sometimes in the original show, but making shorts out of that. I thought those were going to be what the Teen Titans Go cartoon was. I was so annoyed once I saw what it actually ended up being. Yeah, I'm not opposed to a Teen Titans show that is more of just pure comedy. But it has to be comedy that is actual, like, comedy to me. Teen Titans Go does not fill that bill quite often. Yeah, Teen Titans Go is more of just random things happen, the show. And that's not really enjoyable to me. That's just, okay, that happened. That's a thing. Is there anything to, like, be invested in here? I think people came to start referring to that kind of stuff as random humor. But for me, that doesn't really qualify as humor. Although, a show that I never really saw much of, but that was better than I usually thought it would be, that dealt in that kind of stuff, was Uncle Grandpa. I never saw too much of it, but it wasn't, like, it wasn't the best. I was always more prone to watching, like, Steven Universe over that. But from what I saw, it wasn't, like, god-awful or anything. It was just kinda, yeah, that's the more weird show of the generation. I do like the little awards show that they do at the end, with Uncle Grandpa winning everything while all the Cartoon Network characters in the audience are just glaring at him and stuff. It had its cute moments to that show. Then, of course, the crossover with Steven Universe, where it ends with Uncle Grandpa listing off all the other cartoons he still has to go see. Now, with Cartoon Network, I do like that they're doing those checkered past bumpers for, like, Adult Swim for, like, the 2000s and late 90s cartoons and stuff. But at the same time, airing Adult Swim at 5 p.m., like, what the hell is that? Why would you do that? That is not even nighttime, really. Adult Swim, its schedule has just gotten way too out of hand. It's practically half of the network at this point. It just feels bad to me. Like, for the older cartoons, all they should be doing is just airing them on Cartoon Network alongside the old ones. And then just having those checkered past bumpers be part of Cartoon Network, not Adult Swim. Although I guess with the way they have it set up now, they can air the rude removal episode of Dexter's Lab any night that they want to. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing rude removal without the censorship, like without it censoring what they say. But it was so long ago. It was like before it was aired on Adult Swim, I saw it, like, without the censorship in it. And I'm not sure if that version is still around or not, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that without them bleeping out what Dexter and Dee Dee are saying in that. And I'm doing this on the wrong layer. Thankfully, this is not that hard to adjust. I haven't been doing it on the wrong layer for too long. Let's just grab all of this. Yeah, because I'm doing it on the panel layer that has the white around everything. And I gotta put this on the layer that the blacks go on. There we go. That's better. Just for my sake, at least. Wow, wow, wow. And here we got Doko with his shirt getting torn up and stuff. From here on out, his little black vest is going to have some shreddedness to it. Boom, 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 boom. Dance of the Neo Peach Mountain Shogun. That is a lot cooler of a title than Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. Mystical Ninja starring Goemon is it's a fine title. It's just, it feels very basic and standard by comparison to having the subtitle part of the title in the Japanese version. Gambare Goemon. Dance of the Neo Peach Shogun. And all the viewers decades from now watching these videos will be saying, what the hell is Edward even talking about? And if they watch all these out of order, probably be kinda lost sometimes on what is being talked about, since I like reference other streams at times in the current stream that I'm doing. The streams just serve as sort of a look into the everyday life of the creator. Yeah, Doko is getting all beat up here. And Edward is going back to look for another song. Oh, there's a Japanese playthrough of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, and what? They beat the game in an hour, 13 minutes? How the hell did they do that? Hold on, I gotta see this for a second. Okay, get off my screen, Armored Core. Oh, they got Iconoclasts at the start. Oh my god, they are, just blipping through all the startup screens. Okay, they're at Zazentown. They're Ghost Toys. How are they getting through all that in, like, what? Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. What? Did they even go to the submarine? What the hell? You can skip that? Oh my god, what? How did they... What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, well, that is something I am going to have to look at later. They are doing some really messed up sequence breaking in that I am not sure how they are doing. Ugh. Okay, well, as Edward recovers from the utter disbelief at what he was just witnessing, he will try and find another tune to listen to. Let's just go back to this what we started off with. Dun, 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 dun. Hopefully this calms down the nerves. Oh my god, this is just... What did I just see over there? That was, I am going to have to look at that. It's only like an hour long. That's like an utter fraction of what I went through in the Let's Play I did. No way they collected all the fortune dolls, though. Well, we started out with this music, and we might be ending it with this music if I can fill in the blacks fast enough here. Which I'm kind of betting I should be able to do. Really, there's no time limit, it's just however long I decide to listen to the music. Now, with this kind of music, you don't even really need to talk, it just kind of goes with anything, and it'll be just as engaging with or without commentary for, like, a creation video. Yeah, I have to keep reminding myself as I draw these pages that his goggles are down now, because I'm so used to drawing the goggles up on top of Doko's head, instead of down here. The goggles usually only come down in the more intense situations. Kinda like how Optimus in Animated, Transformers Animated, is intended to only put his battle mask down in more life-threatening situations. With Doko's goggles, they just come down automatically, since they're linked up into his brain. It's his instincts that just make them come down without him really thinking about it. Yeah, you stick around long enough through all the moments of silence and Edward being a probably not great host with the pauses and glitchiness of some of the streams, and eventually you'll get little snippets of lore details here and there. Okay, we got that. I guess I'll color in this piece of cloth that's coming off. Cloth off. Oh, now it's 90 degrees out. That's delightful. Yeah, I'm much more of a 60s degree kind of guy. I woke up very early today, and I'm not sure why. I wish I had not. Yeah, it's quite a few painful expressions here. You actually got a bit of blood coming out of Doko's mouth there. These fights are not the most baby-friendly affair in the world. But you gotta expect some form of visceralness for the more intense moments of a piece. Certainly not the most violent the comic will ever get. There is plenty of pain to be had as the series continues. It's not necessarily a horribly bloody comic, but it will have its moments throughout where it is meant to make the viewer feel the pain. Not as impactful if you cannot relate to the just sheer agony that some scenes present. This very, very calming music. Maybe a bit too calming. Thankfully, we're almost done here. Hasn't been that bad of a page to get through. It's mainly going to be the audience up in one of the upper panels that I'm probably going to spend the most time working on once I get off here. Music combined with lack of sleep makes Edward a yawny boy. At least I'm not getting off and immediately making dinner today. That's nice to have this be at a more hours of general audience awakeness than normal. Unless it's someone in another country, then they might be waiting to wake up to see what I have posted. But I somewhat doubt I have too many viewers that are in far-off lands. If I do, hello. Hola, konnichiwa. But I'm figuring if they are a normal viewer, they speak English, since that is what I always use as the language for my videos. Warai wa akomada. Can Edward make it to the end before he succumbs to the sleepiness? I think he can. I had a dream last night where Edward, the, me, the version of me for my videos and stuff, came into the real world and there were like 2 Edwards able to work together and get things made twice as fast, it was a good time. I was kinda sad to wake up from that. But the struggle goes on. Gotta keep working. It just shows you what you could be, the heights you could get to. And that is what is called motivation. It would be a much more interesting world to have all the creators be like how they portray themselves as on the internet. Make things so much more fun. Probably a lot more dangerous too. Although, it would have a VTuber, or I guess in that case, just a YouTuber that is like a literal shark girl just going around messing with things. Have Iron Mouse. Well, Iron Mouse would be able to actually go out and live like a more normal life if she had her internet self as what she is in real life. Then all the Minecraft people and Hermitcraft guys just be a bunch of blocky people causing all sorts of chaos in the real world. Flying over houses and dropping TNT and stuff. And all the YouTube story animators would probably be getting sucked into video games and stuff all the time. That would be a very, very wacky world. I'm sure the general audience would, well, they'd have to adapt first, but they would probably enjoy getting to live that. See all of that happen in reality. Or succumbing to the obvious mass destructiveness that would happen as a result of all that. It was in the days before the YouTube nation attacked. Etho came in yelling breach, breach, breach as the TNT blocks rained from the sky. New York was never the same again. Eventually, PewDiePie and the forces of Markiplier were able to establish an island nation for the YouTube species, known as YouTube Haven. Now they threaten the world with their shenanigans, and the military sent in a single operative to infiltrate and shut them down. Are you a bad enough dude to save the planet from the internet? If anyone wants, feel free to make that a YouTube animation. All I desire is just some credit in the credits. Oh, the way shop music's fading out. Oh. Oh! We got Omega Zero here. Yeah, this is a bit too intense for my operations right now. Okay. Yeah. I know you're the Messiah. I'll just switch it over to this. A more calm but still upbeat theme for the ending parts of this stream. Okay. Let's get back into finishing this up. Okay, so I think, yeah, we only need to really do Doko's hair here now. Then I can get off and make lunch. Then this will go up later tonight. Yeah, I have never played Fighter Z or anything, or Kakarot or whatever, but this is a pretty good piece of music. Honestly, though, Bardock was never, like, good, other than, like, in the, well, he isn't a good guy at all, but he was never done good, other than, like, the original special that he was in. After that, all they've done is sort of just made him less appealing. But I never count anything after, like, what was made up during the original run of Dragon Ball. And by that I mean what the anime calls Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And Doko's earpieces here always look a bit like clunky things to have on your head, but they fit snugly on him. It's just second nature that they kinda just fit him. I think we are getting to the end. Just have to fill this in. Like this. There we go. Okay. I guess I'll do the teeth here. Might as well, it's a big enough area that I should ensure it with digital black. Okay. Is that everything? I think I got all the black areas. Except for, that whole bit up there that I'm gonna do off screen. Now let's take a look at this, and before we go. Yep, after the previous page, the arena is filled with smoke from the blasts that Doko made. He drops down, looks around, and spots the claw's shadow in the smog. Tries to hit him, but all that results in is the claw leaning back because he knows where Doko is, what he's doing. And zoomed in way too much. And Doko just gets the crap beaten out of him. Just blow after blow. But yeah, I think that will do it for today. It really wasn't all that much that I had to do, it's that I just kept getting distracted by things. Hopefully that's not too much of an issue for people watching afterwards. I know it's too late for anyone that would've clicked off the video at this point, but I guess I'll just put in that, if you made it this far, first off, sorry, and second off, I hope you skipped the large areas of nothingness in the video. But either way, thanks for stopping by. This has been page 76 of Heroes and Legends. I do hope you enjoyed your time here, and I will see you all later. Farewell for now.